Back to you, Shaka. Let's go to another comment. Let's go to Lukanga Kapisha from Zambia. Is China recolonizing Africa? Europeans came offering salt and gunpowder, and now China comes bringing economic aid. Maybe I should add that as we speak, China is trying to negotiate with the Zambian government to see how they can take over some of the investments that they put out there, and the government has failed to repay those debts. How do we tackle this issue of borrowing money from China and at the same time trying to figure out how China can help us develop our economies?
I think that the first part of the Zambian brother's question is correct, because there are a lot of people, in fact, who are saying that China is probably recolonizing Africa, obviously because of the stadiums they have built all over the continent, the roads, the highways, and the railways, and all that kind of stuff. But let's face it, when you think about it, what about Africa? Where is Africa? And in fact, for the first time probably in a long time, I agree with some of the views of Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni when he says, it is in fact, when you talk about aid, it is Africa in fact providing aid to Europeans, to North America, and in this particular case, to China. Because how did China, or how has China become the kind of super economic power that it has become? On the back of African copper, cobalt, oil, and you name it. So where are these Africans really? Or where is the African leadership when we need it? Africa is not poor. On the contrary, Africa is one of the wealthiest continent on this planet Earth. So what is it lacking? It is lacking management skills. It is lacking visionary leadership. It is lacking the modern skill sets in order to harness its God-given wealth resources, both natural and human, so that it can actually take off. So it is Africa. It is you guys, especially your demographics. This is the challenge to your generation, Paul Ndiho. You guys need to step up to the plate so that you can do better than our generation. You need to step on our backs so that you can see a little bit further, and if you cannot see our backs, just push us aside.
But Shaka, maybe let me push back on that. How can we step up to the plate when you guys, who are our fathers, who are our elders, don't want to give way? You are looking at dictators in Africa, they want to stay put. They don't want to give room for these young people to come up. How do we fight you guys and at the same time do what we are supposed to do?
You have a point. But you know, I agree with the saying that all of life is action, reaction, and passion. And to ignore the action, the reaction, and passion of your time or generation is to risk having not really lived at all. You are not telling me that your generation is going to occupy space simply because we have actually become a sort of socio-economic roadblock. You have to figure out a way how to put us aside. Because if that were the situation, then we wouldn't be reading history. We wouldn't be looking at some of these great individuals who have been able to make huge differences in society. I think you can do it. All you have to do is believe in yourself. As for me, Shaka Ssali, my shoulders are here. You can feel very free to climb on Shaka Ssali's shoulders, and you can be guaranteed that you will see a little bit further than Shaka.